Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, or the Geeks Blaze, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 5. Today we're gonna have Sasquatch Streams on. We're just gonna shoot the shit, talk about some stuff. Oh, let me guess, you're listening to my stream while I have you muted. Being dirty dick. You're
I
being dirty
100%
dick.
was.
You're a dirty cunt. Alright.
Oh man.
Thinks he can just get away with what he wants because he's a foot taller than me. Psycho.
I mean, Sasquatch for a reason, dude.
Sasquatch for a reason. Apparently, bro. Apparently.
So what's going on, man? How's your day?
It's going alright. Been weird. Woke up before my alarm. That was nice.
Dude, I didn't even sleep. Like I laid down after I didn't even stream. Like I just started having it's like my computer started running all weird, so I just ended up just calling it a night and I just laid in bed like for 6 hours.
Did you get any sleep?
No.
None? No.
None. But it's all good.
I'm getting to the point where I can fall asleep. Once I fall asleep, I'm big chillin'.
I hear that. Yeah, for sure.
Just getting to the point where I can fall asleep. I can be dead tired and be like, alright, I gotta get off stream. And go lay down. And just end up laying there for another 6 hours. Just scroll through Twitter because I'm bored.
Yes. Exactly.
Jesus. Not the life.
Yeah, I agree.
Apparently YouTube is down right now.
YouTube's down?
Apparently. Trending on Twitter. Let's see if that's true. Let's hit YouTube. Oh, let's click on this.
YouTube's
working for me.
I'm about to say I don't know if maybe it's just a website. I know the app was working just fine.
Apparently it's like having problems for people.
Interesting. I'll see if I can pull it up. But
wild.
But it wouldn't surprise me with everything going on, because isn't YouTube like located in LA? Isn't that where it's based at?
I don't know. All I know is everything seems to be having problems nowadays.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a few other sites that I know of that have been having issues. I was having issues logging into Facebook earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And then I mean the apps seem to be working fine, but I don't know. No, YouTube's messed up for me too.
Really?
Yeah, it shows the page, but no videos are loading. It's just been interesting.
That's nuts. It working fine for me. I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
Weird.
I have a great bunch of people coming in chat right now calling me fat. It's great.
Oh.
Big fun. Too bad I'm really quick with the ban hammer. Bye.
Ooh, the permabam.
Bye. I'm not even giving you timeout. You're just getting the fuck out of here. I'm not. It's too early in the morning for me to try to give a fuck about it.
It's noon over there.
Yeah, but just because I've been awake since 9 a.m. doesn't mean I was alive. No. I laid in bed for about an hour just scrolling through Twitter and checking all the Discords and doing the things.
I just laid there forever.
Big Rikes. Yep, big Rikes.
Yes.
What do you think about basketball? I'm not a thing anymore.
I'm freaking bored, dude. Right. I mean, it's the one thing I actually look forward to, especially March Madness. But when all that got canceled, that's what really set off everything. You know, I think when all that got canceled, that's when the world went into panic.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you panic? It's the Basketball.
Yeah.
Did you see the fucking thing, Rudy Gobert, when he was in the one thing getting talked to?
And he
And
touched all the mics and
yeah,
such
he was being all
when he wasn't
douchey.
taking it serious.
Yeah.
Then the week later in OKC,
Rudy
it,
Gobert has
it's
coronavirus.
Corona. Everybody's quarantined in the locker room for the whole night.
And then he
Jeez.
gave it to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's like little super fucked up
Right?
tweet. He was like, you know, I just hope people are more responsible and start taking this shit more seriously. I was like, ooh, the little subtle jabs. Hitting them with the subtle jabs. Love it.
Yeah, like, and that there's more people. Like, it seems like all the 7 teams, because they had it like down to the last 7 teams that Utah played was having to do tests, and each of those teams has people with it now.
Right, and then some people who played the teams that the Jazz have played have it.
Yo, yeah, it spread like a wildfire.
But which I mean makes sense.
Yeah,
I hope we get basketball back, even if we're not allowing fans in the building. I think that would be better.
I agree. I
Imagine hearing fucking Russell Westbrook chirp. Like we'd actually be able to hear it now.
You'd actually be hearing them just rage all the time, dude. That'd be hilarious.
Or the
That dude
hilarious,
rages.
like when people dunk, it would be the funniest shit ever. Because they're always screaming when they dunk, but now there's no crowd, so it's just
they throw the best dunk they've ever done, and it's just just the sound of the rim.
Just crickets, crickets.
You actually hear the bench players. That's how, and their little stuff that they do.
Be awesome. I think it'd be hilarious.
It'd be funny.
So before all this happened, did you have a pick for who was going to win the championship?
I mean, I gotta go with my Dallas Mavericks, obviously.
Oh, you fucking
but
unbiased, actually could happen opinion.
Unbiased opinion. I honestly was seeing, and I know the Lakers were hot. I know what they were doing, but I honestly think Boston was going to pull it off.
Okay, at least you weren't dumb and gonna say the Clippers.
No.
People have way too much faith in the Clippers' whole idea of we don't need to work together, we just need to be healthy.
Like, for whatever reason, the Celtics just picked it up there, and I honestly thought, like, okay, they might be.
A Lakers Celtics finals would be fucking sweet.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
But I'm sorry. Because of what has, happened this year, if it comes back, LeBron's winning it. And we're going to hear one of two things when he holds up that trophy. He's either going to scream out, Kobe, this was for you, like he did the Cleveland, this was for you.
Yep.
Or he's just going to say Mamba out and just walk off the court.
Yeah.
Like,
I could see that.
He's going to say one of those two things, and it's going to bring everyone to tears, whether you're a Lakers fan or not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at the relationship that him and Kobe had in general.
Right.
Even though they didn't play on the same team, I mean, that was just something different.
And they never wanted to. They loved the competitive vibe. They wanted to play against each other in big moments.
That's why, I mean, I guarantee you, had Kobe not been in LA, LeBron would have been there a lot sooner than what he was.
Oh yeah. Oh
Without
yeah.
a doubt.
I don't think he would have went to Miami. I think he would have went to LA.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they weren't so into competing against each other, he might have just gone to join Kobe. If they were different.
And can you imagine the reign the Lakers would have been on? I don't know if
nobody could have beat them.
Golden State wouldn't have done what they did the last 7 years.
No shot, because what are you gonna do?
And the Lakers would have won every championship since like 2007.
Golden State couldn't even truly beat Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like, and LeBron took him to 6 when his second best player was Mike Bibby.
Yeah.
In the first one, the 2015 championship. Because K-Love and Kyrie were out.
Yeah.
And LeBron took them to 6.
Yep.
And then the next year, we all know what happened. Down 3-1.
Yes.
Cleveland,
Down
this is
3-1.
for you. You know, one of the greatest moments we've seen in sports.
Yep.
And then the next year, what? They had KD and it was LeBron. It was LeBron versus the Big Four. And yeah, it went 4 games, but if J.R. Smith doesn't idiotically just dribble the clock out and Cleveland wins game 1.
Yeah.
Then,
I think it's a different story.
like, yeah, because LeBron's just a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
But when he goes for 59 and loses, in his head, he's just like, I think that was the moment where he's like, I'm done with Cleveland. I'm out.
Yeah.
Can't. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I agree. And LeBron's one of those players that I don't think it would have mattered where he went. I think he could have went to Utah and Utah would be a powerhouse right now. I think.
For sure.
I mean, and that's coming from someone like as a person, I'm a big LeBron fan, but as a player, I absolutely cannot stand LeBron. LeBron to me, and I say the same thing about Tom Brady in the NFL. It's unfair. It's so unfair to hate players like Tom Brady and LeBron James, and the only reason it's unfair is because the only reason we hate those players is because they're that damn good.
Right.
And that's the only reason. You can't hate on them for any other reason other than that. And
Deadly Acorn,
it's
what's
crazy.
Up, bro?
What's up,
Right.
Acorn? Yeah, it's crazy. It's
okay. Now that we're on this topic, who's the greatest basketball player of all time?
okay. You're gonna call me a homer. I know you are.
Oh, I'm gonna have to have this debate alone if I have to. For Acorns.
I have reasons. MJ was a great player. I do agree, Acorn. Do I think he was the greatest of all time? No. And I'm definitely a homer here, but I wholeheartedly feel Dirk Nowitzki is going down as the greatest of all time.
Nah, I'm sorry.
That dude, I mean,
I'm gonna have to go through my whole LeBron debate just for Acorns. I have a whole thing on LeBron.
Okay, let's hear
on why he's the GOAT. All right, and it's actually an argument used for MJ. Dirk is a GOAT, though, for sure. Dirk's insanely good. He was a unicorn. Pisses me off that Dallas got another one in Kristaps, but I don't think Kristaps will be as good as Dirk.
Kristaps is definitely not going to be as Dirk. However, like I was saying last night, I truly believe that Luka and Kristaps give Kristaps the rest of this to like fully recover. And then, because him and Luka both were dealing with injuries throughout the season anyway, they were on like an on and off schedule. Like they'd play one game and then they were being forced to sit out the next. And I think if you give them, if they get in there and they really work at it, I honestly can see them being the next like big duo, such as Dirk and Nash and Kobe and Shaq, Dwayne Wade and and then you have the trio, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh. I can truly see that happening.
So the Jordan LeBron argument is after Jordan's third championship, so 1995, 1996, I believe. When he retired, they put up a statue of him outside of whatever the arena was in Chicago. It said the greatest to ever do it. Because people, when you watched MJ at the time, said that's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. He didn't have the accolades that Kareem had or that Wilt had. But when you watched him, there was nobody better. Like, there wasn't. You could tell that was a guy that just wasn't going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Kobe was for a while. That's the argument for LeBron now. Does he have the rings that Michael did? No. But who played on better teams? Now, LeBron had a few years of Miami where that team was awesome. Think about all those years in Cleveland before that, where his best player was like Anderson Varejao. Like,
I want to point out that my Dallas Mavericks stopped that 3-peat from happening in 2011, by the way, when they won it. So anyway, continue on.
That series, that 2011 Mavericks series, is two things. It's a stain that LeBron will never get off his
Hmm.
off his record. Like, they should have beat Dallas. They should have. They were the talent-wise the better team. They should have beat Dallas.
Yeah.
But it's sports. Weird shit happens. But that was also when LeBron decided, fuck this. The one thing I can't do is shoot. And I'm going to figure it out.
Yep.
And is he Steph Curry? No, I'm never going to say he is. But you can trust LeBron to hit any shot.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll give LeBron the ball every time if it's coming down to the final shot.
Right. And so he doesn't have the accolades that MJ did. Not yet, anyway. He still could. I'm sorry, he's 35 and the best player in the league still. Like, there's a...
He very well still could. I just and he said he wants to stay in the league long enough to play a season with his son in the league. So
yeah, whether it's against him or with him.
And his son is like
I think he's a
sophomore, junior in high school right now. So
if I remember right, I think LeBron's contract ends the year Bronny gets drafted.
Okay.
So I think he set him up to see where's he getting drafted. That's where I'm going.
Is Bronny gonna pull what his dad did and go straight to the league?
See, it depends. If they change it to where that's allowed, then
because from what I understand, the NCAA was in the process of making it. You have to play at least 1 year.
Right. No, it's been that way. You have to.
Oh, they have switched that.
The 2004, Dwight Howard was okay. He might not have been the exactly last player because there could have been somebody in the second round or later in the first that came out of high school. But Dwight Howard was the last star or person that matters to come out of high school.
Okay. See, I knew he came out of high school. I didn't realize that rule was in place like back then. I thought that was a new thing. When I say new, I think I remember seeing something like 5 or 6 years ago, but so obviously not too new. But
I got to talk about what Acorns just put in chat. He's like, basketball's a team sport, so in comparison to being the GOAT, playing as a team falls into that argument. His assists help win. Jordan averaged 3.6 assists in his career. Don't act like Jordan passed because he didn't.
Yeah.
And wins lead to championships. Champions help, right? So, Bill Russell, the greatest of all time, then? He has 12 championships. He's the greatest, then, right? LeBron is not only the best passer we've ever seen, but everyone says his biggest flaw is he's not a scorer. He can't score. But yet he comes out and just averages 28 without trying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if LeBron wanted to, maybe not right now, because, he's older, so much wear and tear on the body. Like, technically, he's 17 years in, but if you count all the playoff games, he'd be 23 years in.
Mm-hmm.
So, LeBron's put a lot on that body. But if we go back to the Miami Heat days, he could have averaged 50, and nobody was going to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just bigger, faster, and stronger than everyone. In my opinion, LeBron is the better passer. No, I totally agree. I'm saying LeBron is the GOAT because MJ was a great scorer. But MJ couldn't shoot threes, and LeBron has a better 3-point field goal percentage, better 2-point field goal percentage, better true shooting percentage, which factors in free throws, which LeBron makes 12% of. So, LeBron is just... in every actual facet that you can look at, better except for when it comes to rings. But if we look at Jordan prior to getting Scotty, Jordan couldn't get out of the first round.
Yeah.
Even without a Dwayne Wade or an Anthony Davis or a Kyrie, LeBron's never lost in the first round.
Yeah, I agree.
So if we're looking, and I'm just looking at this from a player perspective. Oh, they're both great. And, there's no real GOAT argument, really. Like, everybody's opinion is going to be different. In 10 years, there are going to be people saying Luka is the greatest of all time.
Oh, for sure. Here's the thing. Is Luka going to be the greatest of all time? I don't think so. Could he be? For sure. Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, because this is coming from a person that I've been a Dallas Mavericks fan my whole life, and like when we drafted Luca, I was so confused. Like I had no idea who this guy was. I thought we just threw away our pick.
I was
And
so pissed off that
I
the
was
Suns
so
didn't take
pissed
him.
when we got Trey Young because I had no idea what we were gonna do. We went and just flipped players with ah who is Trey Young playing Atlanta,
Atlanta, yeah.
and and now look at it. Like I mean,
Hey,
dude,
Janie, what's up?
Luca was like the best rookie that I've ever seen in a long time. What's up, Janie? And I don't know. I think he could be. It honestly
Thanks for those
depends on
2000 sparks, by
these
the way.
next couple years though. And I think if he can win, if he can bring Dallas a championship in the next 2 years, I think he can definitely be in consideration for that. Because let's be honest. Ever since that championship run in 2011, Dallas has not been there.
Trey Young be looking goofy as fuck, but the kid's a savage. Kid can shoot. Can't play defense to save him.
Another thing, if we're gonna bring assist into the GOAT category, I mean, we never hear about John Stockton, the greatest assist player ever in the NBA.
Okay,
He leads it.
He leads. He has the record for assists all time, but I don't think that makes him the best passer of all time. I think that just means he deferred away.
Dude.
Again, Magic, LeBron, these other guys who are incredible passers could, probably do everything Stockton did. They're relied on for more than just getting assists, where Stockton really wasn't. Stockton just needed to get assists. He wasn't relied on to be the top scorer. That was the man who will not be named on this podcast. Looks like he keeps waking up on side streets.
Who was that? I'm trying to think. He played for Phoenix.
Steve Nash.
No, not Steve Nash. He was another white guy though. And I mean, this dude, every little pass he did, it was either behind the back, it was between players' legs, it was, they did a documentary over the dude.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Like that dude was honestly one of the greatest passers I've ever seen. I don't think his NBA career even lasted that long. I think he only was in there for like 6 seasons. And regardless if he averaged like 15 plus assists a game.
Basketball and all sports are hard to compare the GOAT. Football's a lot easier to compare the GOAT.
Oh, football is definitely a lot easier.
Because there are players that keep coming in. Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot less factors in football that you
like the Brady versus Montana argument. It's Brady. It's always Brady.
Oh yeah, Brady 100%.
Like
no, I don't think we'll ever see anyone do what Brady accomplished in New England. Without no doubt about it.
The harder GOAT conversation in football is Randy Moss versus Jerry Rice. It's harder. It's not Jerry. It's not Jerry. No, it can't be.
You gotta go with Randy Moss.
Because you have to look at it from the perspective of Jerry played 16 years with Joe Montana or Steve Young being the one throwing it to him. Then he played another 2 years where it was like the Raiders and
then you look at
don't count.
Randy Moss and the quarterbacks he had, and he still made.
Randall Cunningham was his quarterback for so many years, and he looked awesome. And no disrespect to Randall Cunningham, but he's not Joe Montana or Steve Young. Then you got to look at it was Dante Culpepper, and then he went to the Raiders, and who the fuck knows who was throwing him the ball there?
I honestly, I don't know.
And then he goes to the Patriots. I still love the quote. What do you got to do to remind the league that you're here? He's like, I don't need to remind nobody. Everybody knows who the fuck Randy Moss. And the Jets actually didn't. They threw their second corner on him for the first game of that first year in 2007. And Randy went for 7 receptions, 250, and 3 touchdowns. Because he's
Like,
fucking Randy Moss.
yes. I mean,
Maybe the freakiest athlete I've ever seen. 6'4", could run a 4.2 40, and just had better hands than anyone.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's hard not. It's super hard not to choose Randy Moss there. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else that could compare.
but I mean, Jerry was just in a lucky position. This one's definitely biased as a Vikings fan, but I still hold the position that Chris Carter is better than Jerry Rice. Because it's another one of those things where Chris Carter is second all time in every category, right behind Jerry. But Chris Carter never even got a Brady year like Randy Moss did. Randy Moss showed you what it would be like if he would have had a Joe Montana for his whole career, and he would have made Jerry look like a little bitch. If he would have had Brady he played with Brady for 2 years and had over 30 touchdowns. Like, that doesn't happen. So, Chris Carter, though, is right behind Jerry on every list. And he played with Randall Cunningham, and then that's about it. Which, again, no shots to Randall Cunningham, but I think you have to take into factor the receiver position is so hard to figure out who's the best because it's the only position in any sport where your ability to be good at your job relies on somebody else getting you the ball.
Yep.
Like, a tight end can still be great if they block. You know, you can be a great blocking tight end and not a great receiving tight end.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I mean, every now and then you get those ones that are just, those are just phenomenal players, such as Jason Witten. Which, by the way, I'm still pissed he left Dallas for the Raiders of all freaking people.
The Raiders. Are you a Dallas Cowboys fan? I
am a Cowboys fan.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So, all right, you're the perfect person to talk to then. I have my opinion. All Scott, the best fullback of all time. Yeah? Okay.
What do you Go ahead.
Sorry, what did you say? You were gonna
say? I was gonna say what about the whole Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders debate? Who do you got there?
Emmitt Smith's not a top 10 running back of all time.
You don't think so?
Nope. I think the real debate comes down to Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson.
I have to go with Barry.
No,
don't get me wrong.
At this point, I'd still go Barry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Adrian Peterson is definitely one of the best players to ever come in at the running back position.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I remember watching his rookie year, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Best time to be a Vikings fan was right then.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
But it's hard. It's hard to beat Barry Sanders.
Right.
There's just no one that compares to the speed that man had, and just the overall just athletic ability. It's unnatural, is what it is.
The thing for Emmitt, though, because you brought up Emmitt Smith, so I'm gonna say it. Emmitt was the luckiest player in NFL history.
He was on that dominating 90s Cowboys team. I do agree.
So he not only had the quarterback and the receiver who were taking pressure off of him, but he also had the greatest offensive line to ever live. Like, there's never been an offensive line better than that 90s Cowboys line. I think
the next best offensive line has to come from the 2016 Cowboys.
Right. Like, I think if you look at it, this is how I've decided that I can't put Emmitt in the top 10, is take other running backs you'd put in the top 10, give them that O-line. What would they have done? Adrian Peterson had the worst offensive line in football in 2012 and rushed for 2,000 yards. What would he have done with the Cowboys offensive line?
Dude, honestly, it was a debate when. Okay, who did Adrian? I'm trying to remember. Who did AP play for after? Was it New Orleans that he went to?
He went to New Orleans for 3 days, and then went to Arizona.
See, the thing is that, and it's not just me being a homer. There was big rumors, and because AP's from Texas, he's from that area.
What's up,
And
Spencer? And
there was rumors that he was gonna be headed to Dallas.
oh yeah,
And I mean, I just sit here and think like, had he had done that, Dallas wouldn't have gotten. Obviously, I don't think we would have Zeke right now because I
right,
think truth be told, I still think our offensive line is one of the greatest. Now that Travis Frederick is retired, I don't know,
right.
but I think Dallas would have been a lot better of a contender over the last 5 years had he decided to go to Dallas and not done
Yeah,
that New Orleans move.
yeah.
I definitely agree with that because I mean, and like Acorn just said, AP did he had it all: the speed, power, finesse. You put
Yeah.
that with that offensive line, he doesn't even need the power.
No, he
I,
could.
all he needs is the speed to get past that secondary defender, and it's a
And
touchdown every play.
Spencer, you are a Texans fan. You just don't want to admit it anymore because they have the dumbest motherfucker in charge over there.
Oh yeah, they got rid of old what's his
Oh my God,
they
DeAndre
sent him
Hopkins,
DeAndre
who, in my
Hopkins sent him
opinion,
to
best receiver in the league right
sent,
now.
Arizona got the steal of that. They sent over David Johnson, who, don't get
And
me
a
wrong,
second round pick. Here, take this
David
pick too.
David Johnson is a good running back,
No,
but
he's
that
not.
dude has been injury prone the last like 5
But
seasons.
you're also basing David Johnson as a good running back off of
Running
one
back.
season, 1 year. He
But
played 1 year
you
and
have
did
to
decent.
admit though that was a fantastic year. Like I'm not even I hate Arizona, but that dude pulled off some amazing stuff.
You all right, Acorn? Thanks for stopping by, bro. Dude, sure, he pulled off some amazing stuff, but other people that same year did the exact same thing. Like, that was just a good year for running backs. And I'm sorry, he is in his career. Do you know what he averages for rush yards per season?
Probably nothing because he's injured half the damn time.
432.
To say his first year, like he was amazing, and then like I
That
said,
wasn't even his first year. He was 3 years into the league already.
oh, got
And he
you.
had one good year
Well,
because
shows how
somebody
much
else
of a
got injured.
shows how much of a Cardinals fan I am.
I'm not a Cardinals fan. This annoyed the fuck out of me. You traded the best receiver in the league for a backup running back and a second round pick. The Minnesota Vikings traded the second best receiver on their team for a first, a fourth, a fifth, and a fourth next year.
And considering how far Houston went into the playoffs this year,
Yeah.
this last season, I don't know what they were thinking. They were I couldn't tell you like what their missing point was, like what their missing pieces. Because I don't follow Houston that well. I don't know what it is, but they're literally like just one piece away from having that Super Bowl contender team. And now they're like 5 just because of him alone. Like I don't understand what they were thinking.
Right. Dude,
They
Jamal
slept on playing
Charles.
Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles was a scary running back
He
back
was
when
scary anyways.
back in his KC days.
But there was
He
also the
was
scare of anytime he got hit, was he going to stand back up?
exactly.
He was kind of fragile. And that wasn't even an offensive line thing. That's just some players are just weirdly fragile. Oh, another player like David Johnson that had like one good year and that's like it?
Who's that?
CJ 2K. Chris Johnson. Old Titans running back. Whose name everyone forgets all the time.
And he was the Madden cover in like what, 09 or something like that?
He had like 1 year where he was like, it was who's better, Peterson or Johnson? Now nobody remembers who Chris Johnson is.
Exactly.
So I think there's your answer.
Oh yeah, but going with what Professor just said, if Jamal Charles had a decent O-line back in those KC days,
Right.
KC would have probably had a Super Bowl before this last season too.
Like, I wish we could have seen a prime Emmitt Smith play somewhere else. Because it would make the decision of whether he was actually good or not.
It would definitely, yeah, it would have helped.
I'm sorry, when you got a hole the size of a fucking 18-wheeler, it's not hard to be a running back.
When you're running behind Larry Allen, like it's not
I'm
hard.
sorry, I probably could have rushed for 1,000 yards those years too. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Man, like,
Like, picture Barry Sanders having that offensive.
oh man, like, because Barry, he just kind of quit out of nowhere.
Well, he was getting hit all the time, and he wasn't
And that
winning, and he
exactly
was
what
just
I
like, I'm
was
done.
getting to.
It's the same reason Calvin
That's what I
Johnson
was
quit.
getting to. Like, Barry probably would have played a lot longer had he had not stayed in Detroit. Calvin Johnson, though, that's a name to bring up. That was
Texans have a great offense, needed defense. So dumbass Bill was like, let's get rid of our best offensive player, and Clowney, and Reeder, and John Joseph, and Tyrann Mathieu. Like, what the fuck? And I never forget of CJ2K. He's one of my favorite players ever. Dude, yeah, the Texans made some dumb fucking move. So, the debate I was trying to have, 15 minutes ago when we got sidetracked on running backs. Um, Opinion on Dak Prescott.
I want him gone.
Really?
Hmm.
I don't know if I've ever heard a Cowboys fan say that before.
He had a fantastic rookie year,
Sure.
and don't get me wrong, and this is why, is he a good player? Yes. But he's not $40 million worth a good player.
According to the Cowboys, he should be, though.
I don't think so.
So, I'm not a big Dak Prescott guy, but I'm going to give you the argument I would use for Dak if I was his representative. Right?
Yeah, and
So
don't get me wrong,
Dallas
he
has
led
a
the league
track
last year,
record
like,
of
passing stuff.
players who play well in Dallas becoming the highest paid at their position. That's what they do.
Yep.
Did it with Zeke, Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, who the fuck's the right guard? Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jalen Smith was the highest paid linebacker after playing for 2 years.
Look at the Marcus Ware.
Most people are saying that it's because Dak doesn't fit the standard of winning the Cowboys want. Well, for the 20 years prior to Dak getting there, they made the playoffs 4 times. Dak's been there for 4 years, they've made it twice.
Yep.
The 20 years pre-Dak, they made it to the second round twice. 4 years post-Dak, they've done it twice. So, he is better than anything Dallas has had. I think Tony Romo was the better player, but he couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't do.
That's what I was about to say, and I think that's when people bring up Tony Romo, it's usually like that is one of the worst quarterbacks ever. No, he's not.
No, Tony Romo was fucking awesome.
Statistically, I mean, yeah, obviously we didn't have any big playoff wins or anything, but you got to look, like, when Tony Romo's there, we never had a defense until Tony Romo's last year in the league.
Pure stats wise, Romo's the greatest quarterback the Cowboys have ever had.
I was even gonna make it further. Pure stats wise, Romo is pure stats wise, and if we go off of QB rating, Romo's better than Brady.
Right.
Pure stats wise, he just never had the defense, and going back with that offensive line took so long to develop.
It got good his last 3 years, and Romo at that point was already glass.
And exactly, that Romo, he had broken his collarbone like five of those last like 6 seasons. Like, I don't know I don't know how he lasted as long as he did.
So Spencer said, I like him. His numbers are still good. Remember, in 4 to 5 years, he won't be the highest paid QB. Contracts keep getting bigger and bigger. Now's the time to sign him, because if he keeps up those numbers, he'll be more. So sign him and save the future money, which is fair. I think if you're the Cowboys, he is not going to be a guy like a Brady or a Breeze or a guy where if the rest of the team is trash, he can still win you games. He's not going to be that.
Nope.
But the hardest position to find in sports is the quarterback. Ask Minnesota. We've still never had one. So I think you have to keep Dak, because if you let him go, and let's say you draft, was it Justin Herbert, the kid from Oregon, you're not getting Tua or Joe Burrow. You're just not.
Yeah, I don't think
You
so.
don't have the pieces to trade up far enough to get him because you'd have to make a trade with the Redskins.
But I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that Oregon QB is gonna be there that long.
Right. Well, you
Honestly,
can
because
trade up a little ways. I'm just saying you won't be able to get into the top 3 picks to get
yeah.
Tua
Oh
or
yeah. No,
Joe
don't get me
Burrow.
wrong. Burrow is the better quarterback in the draft right now. He's going number
Excuse
one.
me? No,
Cincinnati's
okay,
getting
he
Burrow.
is going number 1, sure.
But
Tua's the best quarterback in that draft.
Tua?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tua's the
Tua?
best. Tua is the best quarterback in this draft.
I think Herbert's better.
I don't.
I think so.
Herbert has had the
I
pieces for 3 years and
I think
hasn't been a winner. He
I
can be
think
a good quarterback, but he's not a winner.
I think he's gonna come in and he's gonna get picked before Tua. Now where he's gonna go, I don't know.
Trade Dak and a second for Deshaun Watson. Fucked up thing is I think Bill O'Brien would take that deal. No,
He probably
he'd
would.
probably send a 3rd round pick back.
Yeah.
Gotta make this even, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking moron, dude. Bill O'Brien is the dumbest motherfucker. How the Texans have seen the moves he made and been like, oh, sure, you can be our GM now too. Doesn't make any sense. Is it just because he worked for Bill Belichick once?
Honestly, I just don't think. I think Tua was put. Is Tua a good quarterback? Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the players Alabama had, it was really hard for. It would be really hard for Tua not to be able to do what he did.
No, but Alabama has always had these fucking crazy good wide receivers, offensive lines, and defenses. No quarterback has ever put up the numbers Tua did. Tua
But
completely changed that team. Deshaun with a good O-line would be fucking scary. Hey, you think Bill O'Brien wants to make a Kirk Cousins for Deshaun Watson straight across trade?
I fucking hope not for Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson in Minnesota? That would be fucking sweet. For him, too.
Man,
The
I
only
don't
person who
know.
loses in that deal is the Texans. They lose
Yeah,
every deal, so it's fine.
man.
But
What do you think? Do you think? Okay, let's if we're since we're on quarterbacks, let's go back to Brady for a second. Do you think Tampa's gonna pull some stuff this year, or do you
I don't
think
know if it'll
Brady's
be this year,
washed up?
but I think Brady and the Buccaneers will see a Super Bowl before Bill Belichick does.
And I mean, there was
Happened.
there was some stuff
Yo, Janie, thanks for the host.
there was some stuff going around because the Super Bowl this year is in Tampa,
Yo,
and all of a
Imperial
sudden
Wolf, thanks for the host.
here comes Brady coming to Tampa. No host city's team has ever played in the Super Bowl. What better
See,
chance than for Brady to leave one more mark on history, you know?
Professor Thune, thanks for the host. Look at that host train. So, I think that might have been part of the reason Brady went there, but you also have to think about the football minds that are in Tampa. Like Bruce Arians, Tom Moore, who was the guy who was Peyton's offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, a former quarterback, 2 other former quarterbacks. Like the offensive minds in Tampa are going to put together some crazy shit. Janie and
I,
Wolf, how we doing today?
oh, what's up, Janie?
Oh, you got the stream pulled up too? Oh
Yeah.
man, smart man.
Oh yeah. I wanted to see where. That's why I've been paying attention. I've been kind of seeing where everyone's been
Right.
taking it. Oh, I'm just reading that. Send Kirk Cousins as a 7th
Oh fuck.
man.
And 8 first rounders. Oh sure. Well, I mean, if you look at Kirk Cousins' numbers, he throws for 5,000 yards every season. That means he's goated on the stage. So, you know, you do what you gotta do.
Man.
This is
What
so
about
broken.
what do you think about Des Bryant? You think Cowboys will re-sign him, or
Do they even have the money to re-sign anybody?
I
They
think
keep
so.
paying
I
everybody
mean,
insane
but you
amounts.
just I mean, they just got rid of Witten, they got rid of Randall Cobb, which is still blowing my mind right now,
Yeah, but
considering we just got Mike McCarthy as old head coach. I figured he would stick around.
Dallas has been signing big money contracts for a bunch of people.
Yeah, we just got that freaking defensive tackle from the Jets. I can't think of his name. I think he was from the Jets anyway. We got
Cowboys
that.
trying to pull. Tampa has big potential on defense. They're young but good, especially at the linebacker spots. Dude, Tampa has a bunch of potential. The receivers Brady's getting to play with are the best he's played with ever. Like, he had Randy, but there wasn't a second guy that was as good as
Oh
Godwin.
yeah, Mike Evans' career is about to be boosted
Oh,
like
dude,
100%.
Mike Evans might
That
be the
dude is about
second guy to hit
that dude
20
is about
touchdowns in a
to
season.
yeah, that guy's about to go off.
I
He's
love it.
finally gonna know
Everybody's
what it
saying
feels like to have a pass thrown to his hands.
Bruce Arians' offense is really about passing the ball downfield, right? And Brady's never done that. He's always been the dink and dunk guy. That's what the Patriots system wants. When he played with Randy, he was throwing that ball as far as it would go all the time. Sasquatch live in Texas. Is that why he's a Cowboys fan? Yes. Well,
I
he
do
lives
live
in
in
Texas.
Texas. I'm
I don't
not
know if
from
that's why, but
Texas, but I do live here right now.
more news. Let's see what the Cowboys do. They added Dontari Poe from. He played for the Panthers last year, I guess. Lost Travis Frederick, but
Sad
Gerald
day.
McCoy and
Gerald
Dontari Poe.
McCoy. That's who it was. Dontari
Haha,
Poe.
Clinton
Yes.
Dix.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the Cowboys are in on Clay Matthews right now. Paid Amari Cooper $100 million a year. They gave Blake
Which I agree.
Jarwin a contract.
I agree with Amari Cooper's deal.
I don't think he should be the highest paid receiver in the league. He's not. I don't think he's a top 10 receiver now. Not right now.
I think he will be.
Can he be? Sure. But is he? Does he deserve to be paid more than D-Hop? Does he deserve to be paid more than Julio? Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans. Does he deserve to be paid? Actually, he's getting quarterback money, bro. Does he deserve to be getting quarterback money? $20 million a year? Like, I love bringing him back. You need him for Dak or whoever you have at quarterback. I get it. But does he deserve quarterback money?
I don't know if he deserves that quarterback money, but I think he deserves a lot of it.
Devontae Adams. Sure.
Yeah.
Who's the Saints receiver? Michael Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Thomas, he's fucking.
Mm-hmm. And Drew Brees staying another year, so.
I think the Saints made a mistake.
Keeping him around?
Not keeping him, but letting Teddy leave.
Oh, letting Teddy leave. Where did he go? He went
Carolina.
to Carolina, right?
He stayed in the division.
Do
I
you
think the
think
Saints are going to regret that.
I live in the Panhandle, Hoon. Do you think Cam Newton? Okay, so before Brady left, I wholeheartedly thought Cam Newton was going to go to Miami. That was just my big thing. And then, but then I think Miami's going to get their hands on Tua, in my personal opinion.
I think Miami should go for Tua. Because there's no one better to sit behind for a year than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Where do you think Cam's going to go? because I thought at first I thought, okay, well, he might go to New England because why not? And then New England went and signed what's his name for like the 50th fucking time since he's been in the league. It's
Brian
like
Hoyer.
it's like New England's just preparing the tank just so they can get Trevor Lawrence when that draft day comes.
No, don't say that.
And I'm not even a Trevor Lawrence fan. I don't think he's that good.
I am.
But I think that's what's happening. I think New England is preparing the tank so they can get that first round pick, that big first round pick, and a quarterback, and hopefully get the next Brady.
Or they're gonna go up and draft a Tua, or move up and draft a Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
They could just go young, and Belichick can groom another guy. But I'm sorry, I don't think it matters who Belichick gets a quarterback.
Exactly,
I think the Patriots are done.
But the Patriots build quarterbacks. I mean,
No,
that's just what they've done. I mean, look at
other than Jimmy G. Can you name another quarterback they've had that was actually that they drafted and built?
That they drafted? I can't name one that they've drafted.
Matt Castle left. He was garbage. Brian Hoyer left many times. Garbage. Ryan Mallett was a guy they drafted and let him leave. Garbage. And Jimmy G isn't that good. He's not.
Really?
Yeah. He's not that good. He's
San
good.
Francisco went from winning like 5 games a season the last like 6 since they went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, was that because Jimmy G had an average season? Is that what boosted him? Or was it the fact that they had 3 running backs who went for like 700 yards last year?
But I mean, you gotta look at like
judo with the host.
I mean, he had Kittle. I mean, Jimmy G pulled out one of the best seasons I've ever seen. I mean, that dude turned them around, and they've had
Jimmy G's season wasn't that good. Is my point.
But
it was the running backs. It's the running backs and the defense.
But the 49ers have had these guys for the last like 3 seasons, and look what they've done.
No, they haven't. Tevin Coleman and the other guy, Mostert, were new this year.
I know Mostert, but even then, I mean, you bring in, you know, fuck. Now my mind's blank.
Brian Hoyer.
Quarterback Jimmy G.
Sure.
And I mean, all of a sudden you're in the Super Bowl, and you've had Greg Kittle. You've had the defense. They've had the defense. They've had the defense.
Their defense has not been this good. Last year, or not last year, I guess the year before they went to the Super Bowl, their defense wasn't this good.
I don't know.
It wasn't close.
I think Jimmy G. I think San Francisco is gonna find themselves back in there soon, if not.
I think their defense is good. That's all I'm gonna say. If Minnesota had an offensive line last year when they played, the one. If Minnesota had an offensive line that could stop anything from happening to anyone, Nick Bosa, for sure, changed that defense. He made that defense way better than it was. And I'm sorry, if you find somebody who can slow down Nick Bosa, 49ers back end of their defense isn't great. That's why Diggs torched them early in that game. Then when their defensive line started getting to Kirk because our offensive line is shit, we were fucked. If our offensive line was a little better, the 49ers couldn't beat us. They couldn't beat teams that did have good offensive lines, could slow down that defense. If in an actual big game, if Jimmy G got in a throwing battle with any other quarterback, really, is he gonna... Can he compete? Can he compete in a shootout with Patrick Mahomes? No. Can he compete in a shootout with Brady? Drew Brees, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers?
Now I think he could.
I don't think he could.
Now, if we're talking...
No, I'm talking about today. Any quarterback in this league. Let's go through most QBs. Who would you rather have at this moment? You're a Cowboys fan. You could let Dak go and try to get one of these guys. Let's start at the top. You want Patty Mahomes or Jimmy G?
I'm taking Patty Mahomes 100%.
You want Deshaun Watson or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
Are you fucking high?
I don't think Deshaun Watson's that good.
Oh.
I think the only reason Deshaun Watson is that good is because of who they had at their wide receiver core.
One guy.
I think
you thought he was that good because of D-Hop. That's it. Ooh.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Houston had a great playoff game when they came back, and that was mostly Deshaun Watson's doing. But other than that, I mean, where has Houston been? If Deshaun Watson has been this good, why hasn't Houston been? Why hasn't no one been wanting to come to Houston?
Because Bill O'Brien is running that fucking team.
If Deshaun Watson is such a good quarterback, why are none of these wide receivers who are quote unquote not that good being able to get the ball? It's a quarterback's job to get the ball to the receiver.
Those receivers who aren't that good are getting the ball.
But that's what I'm saying. If they're getting the ball,
because Deshaun's a fucking good quarterback.
But why has the Houston Texans not been anywhere in the playoff contention other than the last 2 seasons?
Because Deshaun Watson's been in the league for 2 years. First off, that's why. They've made it to the playoffs. No,
he's been in there longer than that, hasn't he?
Oh, 3. Sorry, and they've made the playoffs all 3 fucking years. He came in the league the same year as Patty Mahomes.
You know what's crazy is the fact that it seems like they've been in the league for so freaking long now.
True. Ex-Texans have literally publicly said, stay away from Bill. They have. Texans players are saying, don't go to Houston until Bill's gone.
Do you think that'll happen, though? I mean, do you think Houston will let him go eventually?
They need to. Because, I'm sorry, he keeps making terrible decisions, trading away offensive linemen and receivers. Deshaun Watson's contract comes up this year, technically. Now, there is a 5th-year option that they'll exercise. So, let's say after next year. He's not coming back.
No.
Not to play under Bill. He won't. But
I don't know where he. I don't know where he.
I like that idea. You know why? Because who else's contract comes up in 2 years? Kirk Cousins. Deshaun Watson to Minnesota. I'm putting it out there.
It's not happening. I think
Deshaun Watson to Minnesota.
Minnesota is going to ride Kirk Cousins out. That's how this is happening. How can you say you hope not? You guys have been a great contender the past 3 seasons.
No, we haven't. Last year, the first year with Kirk Cousins, we went 8-8 and missed the playoffs. We went 8-8 and missed the playoffs.
You guys pulled off the amazing upset against the Saints, and probably
because of a great throw from Kirk Cousins, and I have to give him that throw. Matt Ryan is elite, has joined the geek side. Oh, sure.
Natty Ice, baby.
Natty Ice. Yeah. Jeering player 97. Thanks for the follow.
How ironic that we have 28 viewers and 3 hosts right now. By the way,
Toronto Swing. No, 4 hosts, 5 hosts, 5 hosts. Because Judo, Professor Hoon, Imperial Wolf, Janie, and then Matty Ice. Look at the fucking follower train.
Look at
Holy
the follow train. Hell yeah.
Suitable bat. Unraised prawn. Kind. Yikes. I'm not even going to try.
That's a lot of you.
Colts Report. Peach Gosling. Yo, thanks for the follows. Sweet. Okay, but hold the fuck up. The first year with Kirk Cousins, we missed the playoffs. Then last year, we barely squeaked into the playoffs. Faced the Saints, who we just apparently beat now. The Saints are our bitch. That's just how it is.
I think you're not giving. and this is coming from a Cowboys fan. I hate the Vikings. I hate them with a passion.
Ooh, why? What did we do
I
to
think
you?
I don't think I don't think you're giving Kirk Cousins and your Vikings enough credit. I'm just
Because
saying.
he
I'm just
doesn't
saying.
deserve it.
How does he not deserve it?
Because with Case fucking Keenum and the same team, NFC Championship, bringing have the same team, miss. We miss the playoffs. We miss. Cough, Patriots, cough. Patriots aren't making the playoffs this year. They lost the GOAT, and Belichick is going to do what he did pre-Patriots. He was on the Browns, and 2 years, no winning seasons. First 2 years with the Patriots, no winning seasons. Sorry.
Patriots just got Brian Hoyer for like the 50th freaking time in 4 years, and they're preparing the tank. They are preparing the tank for that first pick. They're gonna pull it. They're
tanking for Trevor.
Patriots are about to do a Cleveland Browns. Is what's gonna happen.
No, the Patriots about to do a Jets. The Jets sucked for Sam. The Dolphins tanked for Tua, and now the Patriots are gonna tank for Trevor.
Okay. Trevor for sure. I think Trevor Lawrence's future is with the Patriots.
Kind of sucks.
Tua definitely is going to Miami.
I think so. Well, I don't know. Detroit wants Tua, apparently, but Tua has said he won't play for Detroit, so don't draft him.
And then the only, I mean, other than those little guys with going back to the free agency, only guy I don't think we've still declared a actual place is Cam Newton. I don't know where he's gonna go. Like I said,
the Bears would have been smart, but they went for Nick Foles.
I thought for sure the Patriots, and then they went and got Brian Hoyer.
Patriots still could. Brian Hoyer's a backup, really.
But
I mean, throw it out there into the ether as an idea, because the Chargers were in on Brady. Because they need a face in LA now that they got that new stadium they're sharing with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, other than Brady, who's like the second most recognizable face in the league?
The second most recognizable, like, quarterback or just player overall?
Just player. Because nobody really recognizes other players. Not really. Except for Odell. I guess Odell's in a different league. Odell's...
hate Odell, dude.
I love Odell, but he's as a player, I love him. He's a great player. But he is not. But I think the Chargers, dude. They said they're prepared to ride it out with what's-his-fuck? Tyrod Taylor. But Cam is a free agent, and he's sitting there. He's already going to be making $20 million from the Panthers this year. Bring him in on a one-year deal for, whatever, $5-10 million. Let him show you what he's got. If he has something left, the Chargers would be fucking dangerous. Would it be reasonable for me to follow Brady to whatever team he goes to? Go be a Bucks fan? Or should I go down with the shit? That's a pick you gotta make, dude. I've always stayed a Vikings fan, but I support whatever team some of the players go to. It's easy, I don't really have to support the Redskins because they suck, but I show them love because AP's over there. You know, wherever Everson Griffin goes, I'm gonna have to support them unless fucking Cowboys.
I am trying so hard to figure out. I mean, that last best player after Brady.
Like Cam's face is super recognizable.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a Pats fan, but let's face it, Brady is the Pats for sure. Brady's the reason they were good. Like I was just saying a bit ago, Belichick never did anything. He's not the king people want to crown him as.
I mean, if we're going just off of like face and kind of like what they've done, I mean, I know he's a defensive guy, but I mean, I guess you could. I wasn't even gonna say JJ. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Houston fan, but I am a big JJ Watt fan.
That's true. Do you?
I would have to say, if we're going just strictly off of face and like more recognizable, Aaron Donald.
Oh, I don't think that many people recognize Aaron Donald.
I think so.
They know who he is, but I think if I showed people a picture of Aaron Donald and a picture of some other random dude, They couldn't tell me who was who.
I don't know who he is. I got you. Oh, we're not talking. We're just talking like if you just walk up. We're talking if you walk up the
Like,
street. Just
the
like, who is it?
Chargers need a guy who's just recognizable, who's a reason you want to see them.
For a quarterback position, I would say Cam Newton. Yeah,
that's got to be Cam. Like, I get why you go after Brady, because I'm sorry, literally everyone in the world
everyone went
Brady.
after fucking Brady,
right? I bet Minnesota offered him a contract. They were like, "We'll cut Kirk." Like, you have to.
I mean,
there are a few teams who wouldn't. I don't think the Texans. Bill O'Brien's high. He probably offered Brian Hoyer a contract and said, "We'll cut Deshaun."
Watt is the best defensive player since Ray Lewis. Dude.
I love JJ, but he's so injury prone.
Yeah, he is the biggest injury prone dude ever.
He's going to be one of those guys who you're going to look back on and be like, imagine if he could have played a full season ever.
Like,
because like JJ is a huge difference maker. Look at the playoff game this year, wild card game. JJ comes out and he just that defense just looks different with JJ in there.
Like he
the first half,
3 sacks in the first half or something like that.
No, in the first half he was barely getting minutes. In the second half he was like, "Fuck you, I'm playing." And he one drive he had like 4 sacks and 3 pressures.
Yeah, as I was saying, like he like went off.
But he completely changed the tide of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not many defensive players who can just completely turn a game. Now, there are defensive plays that can turn a game, like a huge interception that can turn a game, but that's not the player. I think a lot of players could make a lot of interceptions that happen. You know, whether it's a bad throw or just a read. There's some stuff that's totally different, and you have to be a great defensive player to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like all of Anthony Harris's interceptions, the Vikings corner who led the safety who led the league in interceptions, I think anybody makes those interceptions. He just got right place, right time. Because that's what Zimmer's defense does, is try to set you up with right place, right time. And everyone said Aaron Donald was the best 2 years ago. JJ beat him in every stat except sacks. Right. Dude, I don't think Aaron Donald is that good. Am I tripping?
You kind of cut out. What'd you say?
I don't think Aaron Donald is that good.
Like
everybody's crowning his ass.
But I think he's good. I mean,
he's been in the league since 2014.
Yeah.
He went 9 sacks, 11 sacks, 8 sacks, 11 sacks, 20 and a half, 12. Like, those are fine numbers. But that's not insanely good player number. That's just...
I think he's one of those that, he's been in here for a little bit, but it'll take a little bit more time to decide.
Right.
Because he's playing where now?
He's still in LA.
Is he in LA?
Yeah, with the Rams. Still there.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be a... Because let's be real, the Rams kind of, for whatever reason, the Rams buffed it this year after making it to the Super Bowl. I don't know what happened. I can't remember who they lost or if they even lost anybody, but for whatever reason they just shit the bed like altogether. So
yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of players I think you should be considered that are the next face after fucking Brady.
Oh, Patty Mahomes is going to be the next face of the league. Yo, what up, Weapon? How we doing today?
Hey, Weapon.
But it's nuts. That shit. A weird fucking follow spree. Matt Ryan is elite. That was still the most ironic fucking thing.
Yeah.
That
Matt Ryan is elite.
Him and then Colts report. Do we need to talk about the Colts then?
They just got Phillip Rivers after.
Apparently Brady wanted to go to the Colts, and they said no because they could get Phillip for a year less and a little bit less money. I think that's a mistake. If you got a shot at Brady, you chose Phillip Rivers. Love Phillip Rivers, good player. But you had Brady as a choice and you chose Phillip Rivers? I don't. Everything's good, Weapon. It's just. There's so much weird shit. Are you still doing your 50-hour stream or whatever psycho shit you were doing?
What?
Yeah, he was in like the middle of a 50-hour stream earlier. Well, he was gonna do 48, but then Call of Duty was being fucked up, and he said, so those hours get added on. Now it's 50. Because, you know, he's still going. Yeah, he's still going. There. See it. Yikes, bro. So we were going to talk about this, and I think 20 viewers, people, got some people actually talking in chat. So with the way, like, all these TV shows aren't happening, like The Herd with Colin Cowherd, Skip and Shannon's show, Nick Wright's show, all these other shows not happening. Would anybody actually watch if me and Sasquatch started making YouTube videos every morning of just us talking about sports for 15 or 20 minutes? Would anybody watch those? Would that be a thing you would want to see? I remember JJ's 226 seasons were from DT. He never had another good D lineman, so he's always doubled true.
You shut up. Vince Wilfork was the best thing that happened to Houston Texans.
Vince Wilfork was 45 and 500 pounds by the time he showed up.
But that dude was so heavy
like
and was still a freak athlete, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, like a 15-20 minute sports show every morning, which we'd actually. That's fine. Lamau. Lamau. But I was gonna. So, all right, fuck it. I'm just throwing it right into this while we wait for chat to say stuff. So you were gonna be in the NFL, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
I had a good shot. And then I got.
I expect to have a guest appearance once in a while. Oh, sure, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people would watch. Just add your own twist, and as long as it's interesting, I think. A lot of people. For sure.
I had a good shot. Was talking to some teams. And then my last season, this last year, middle of practice, just had a freak incident happen. I got hit in my my left elbow. I played offensive line. I got hit in the back by a running back, and it popped my elbow, kind of like hyperextended it, and it popped it inwards out of place. And that set off like a weird thing. It basically, along with that and this brace, because I kept playing after that, I had this big ass compression brace on. Along with all that, it caused a blood clot to form, and it moved like extremely close to my heart. So I was, and basically they were like, if you play, first off, they wouldn't let me play because I had to go on all sorts of medication. And secondly, they said, with that being the deal, that took a big toll on those veins and all that kind of stuff. If you played again and this happened again, there's no guarantee you'd survive. So unfortunately, it's my choice whether I want to or not continue to try and play. But now with everything going on, I just don't see that. With the COVID-19 stuff, it's going to be extremely hard to try and get the NCAA to approve my stuff. So yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, I had a couple teams I was looking at. And
we need you in Minnesota. Go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
just go walk up and knock on the door of the building. Just be like, hey, dislocated my elbow freshman year and tore a bunch of tension. And fuck me. God damn it.
Tore a bunch of tendons and now I can't straighten it. That's freaking rough.
Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks for reading that for me. I fucking cool. Jesus. Sometimes, man, I'm on the biggest struggle bus, but missed my whole season, but came back strong. Made all state.
Nice.
Look at you guys being good at sports. That's a lie. I was some sports. Never as good at football as I had knowledge. That makes sense.
No, I get you.
Like, I understand the game real well. I was a kicker. That's what I ended up being. Like, I thought I'd be better at a lot of things and could do a lot of things, but I ended up just playing kicker. Send that to Sask. Oh, fucking. Right. Professor Hoon is telling me to send you shit. So, you know, I was a pretty decent kicker. Pretty good at soccer.
I didn't play soccer. I played football, basketball, and then I threw shot put and discus and track.
I bet you were pretty good at basketball too, because you could just, you know,
I was very
lift
good at
your
basketball.
arm. That's all you have to do.
I was very good at basketball.
Fucking
I sometimes
giant
sit here and wonder,
asshole.
had I taken it more seriously, could I have gone a different route? Could I have been an extra kilo now?
Well, you're not tall enough to have been Shaq.
Oh no, I'm not 7'2". I have a shoe size though. We're close to it.
Like, Shaq was nuts because he was just bigger and stronger than everybody, and he was faster than most people. Yo, Weapon, thanks for the 5,000 sparks. Base. Now I have a heart condition, so college was out of the question. Huh. Oh, did you get the Discord thing?
Checking now.
Oh, it doesn't look good.
I did.
Doesn't look pretty.
You know, I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's how elbows are supposed to look. But so sports is just a wild time.
Yeah.
Also good at basketball. I was all state. See, I was never that good at sports, but also by the time I hit, so in my junior year, I dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
So sophomore year, I didn't play any sports at all because I just wasn't going to school. I was still in school. I'd show up whenever tests were. That was it, though.
Yeah.
Fucked up thing is, my grades from my sophomore year, when I wasn't going to school, but I was just showing up for tests, literally everything was 95s and above. I just didn't want to go. And they were like, well, we can't really kick you out. You're passing everything. I know. I think that's why they changed the rules so it wasn't tests that were the only thing that mattered. That's how it was. The only grade that actually counted was tests. I was like, I'll just go in whatever day there's a test, and then we'll be just big chillin'. And so, freshman year was when I fucked up my knee. Well, the summer going into freshman year. It was like the first baseball practice of the summer, and went through all the drills or whatever, and I was the only person who ever pitched, really. So, or had pitched prior to that year, because this town, this was the first time they'd had a baseball team. So I was like, I'll throw pitches so we can see what everybody looks like as batters or whatever. And like 3 pitches in, I stepped wrong coming off the mound, and my leg, like the bottom part of my leg, came back and kicked me in the stomach. Ooh. That's not supposed to happen.
Sounds like a fun time.
And after that, I didn't really play sports because they like fixed some shit with my knee, but it still has weird problems. Like, I'll just be walking around and it'll just completely give out, like go sideways, and I end up on the floor for a while. It's great.
Yeah.
And it still just hurts all the fucking time. So that's how I lost sports and got fat. I hit real big depression mode after that happened. I played varsity football my freshman year. Got a pick in a game in game 1. Huge senior lineman on the other team picked me up and spiked me, and my elbow popped out. I was only 5'8" at the time. Fuck you! I'm only 5'8" now. Fuck you, goat man.
I'm 6'8".
Fuck off, goat man. No, you're not a goat. At this point, you'd be Sasquatch man. Fuck off, Sasquatch man. It was easy for me to make All-State. I'm from New Hampshire. There's like 4. I'm from Wyoming. I see. High school is the only place that ever got All-State, so I never got to play high school football. But I would have made All-State as a kicker. In my 6th grade year playing middle school, I hit like 4 50-yard field goals. Just because I was like, we're gonna punt. So like, you're gonna punt from their 40-yard line and give them a touchback. Whereas if I kick it and miss, you give them a touchback, and they start from the same place they would anyways. They were like, oh, that's fair, try it. And I just didn't miss. I had played soccer my whole life up till that, so I was like, I know I'm gonna hit this. Then I was like the backup quarterback just because I was so young. And then, yeah. You know how it used to be? Kickers. I'm 6'3" now. I was back in high school. So, yeah, kickers, it's like how it used to be in Madden. It would be starting quarterback, backup quarterback, kicker. Well, it was starting quarterback, kicker. Kicker is also backup quarterback now.
Yeah. It's funny in the NFL, especially when you see that happen, because it's
Are
happening.
you wearing
It's
khakis?
freaking hilarious. You're wearing khakis.
Jake from State Farm. You're thinking of the wrong thing. All-State is not the khakis one. It's All-State. You're in good hands. Are you in good hands? Yep, that's the one.
State Farm.
Sorry, and can we get all this out of here? I am not sponsored by any of those companies, so fuck them. If they want to sponsor me, though, feel free to reach out.
After you just said fuck them.
Did you see the clip of Kawhi Leonard at the All-Star game? No, at the All-Star game. He's going in for an interview, and there's a bottle of Gatorade on the table. And he grabs it and throws it on the ground and just goes, I was sponsored by Gatorade. I loved it so goddamn much. Oh, how's the G Fuel? You mean G Fuel? That stuff? It's great. It's great. Wait, that other bottle's too far, or the other thing is too far away. Tub? My other tub is too far away. My other tub is too far away, but the G Fuel is amazing. I'm still not big enough for them to give a fuck about me to sponsor me. But I'm so ready to get a thing in the top corner of my stream that pops up that just says use code GEEK on code GEEK for G Fuel. It's gonna be a thing. Code GEEK is gonna be a thing.
Code Geek.
Guess who does care about small streamers? Don't even fucking start. It's not about caring about small streamers. It's that my stream's just not big enough for Rogue Energy. Get that fucking shit out of my goddamn chat! Well, oh, sorry. I probably just blew out your eardrums by screaming like that. I am so sorry.
No, you're good.
Bro, my new pupper is sleeping on my lap right now, and she has terrible gas. So bad. FOMO. Fuck your life. Oof. Big oof. We're gonna have to come up with a name for our morning show. Fuck, am I gonna have to run a third YouTube channel? Fuck it, it's just going on the Geeks. I'm too late. We're still gonna have to name it, but I'm not making a third channel. That's too much. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know what to do, so. Unnamed morning show. No. No.
Oh, for the
Yeah, for the sports show thing. That morning show. Geek Squatch Sports. The puppy.
I don't know.
And we'll figure that out. Those are minor details. Those are minor details.
Yeah, that's.
The word geek and sports don't normally go together. Dude, my biggest videos on my channel, I've deleted them all because they don't matter anymore, were every Wednesday I'd do weekly football picks. It would be funny how many people would come scream at me like, you're making bad football picks.
Dizzy,
The Bears aren't gonna beat the Packers.
If you
and then
say
I'd be
croquet
right.
or something, I'm gonna freaking riot.
He's gonna say like, oh, anyone wondering what's going on with WWE? They are filming WrestleMania right now in the Performance Center.
Yeah,
with no one in the crowd. No. Well, I don't know where the performance.
It's in it's in Orlando.
But
it was supposed to be in Tampa. Now it's in front of nobody.
Yeah, it's gonna be in front of nobody, but it's pre-recorded, so there could be leaks within the next few weeks of who wins all these matches.
Yep.
I don't know what all the matches are. I'm kind of a fan. Used to be a big fan, watched Raw and SmackDown and NXT every week. Haven't watched anything since a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually sat down and watched anything. But I mean, I'll watch the pay-per-views.
Day 2 is my birthday. Nice. I'd watch some of the pay-per-views. I just got rid of WWE Network though.
I watched the ones when like it's people that I actually know and care though.
But like this WrestleMania is weird. Like I don't really care about Roman Reigns versus Goldberg because Roman's gonna win.
Stupid. Yeah.
She loves the Fiend. The Fiend versus John Cena might be a fire match. Not gonna lie. But we've seen it so many times, so I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Undertaker versus AJ Styles, the Phenom versus the Phenomenal One.
That'll be a good one.
Oh, I think it'll be, I don't know. The Undertaker's like
great.
65. So
it'll be great, but it'll be good.
I wish they would have just ended the Undertaker's career after the Roman match. I think it was a good send-off.
I wish they would. I don't think should have. I don't think they ever should have let the streak end.
Right. But after the Roman Reigns match, like at WrestleMania a few years ago, that match was a good send-off for Undertaker.
That would have been a good send-off. Yeah.
Like, even though Roman won, like, I don't know, just the images you'd see, like, Roman would hit the Undertaker with a spear and try to pin him, and the Undertaker would kick out.
Yeah.
And then Roman would just stand in the corner, just, like, shaking his head, like, don't make me do this. Like, it's just...
It was some Shawn
just
Michaels,
yeah,
Ric Flair shit.
Like, the Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, I love you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was that. Like, it should have ended there. Like, that match was so good. People were so pissed because it took so long, but I was like, it was Undertaker. At least back then, I was like, it's Undertaker's final match. It should be long. He's getting his send-off. He got to hit Roman with everything. And then they were showing that Undertaker could stay if he wanted to. Because he was taking everything Roman had.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the greatest way to end it. Is make people think, oh, Undertaker could still go. But he's choosing to leave. I think that's the best way to do it.
Uh-huh. I agree. But they keep making him come back.
It's dumb. I know money talks, but he can't work like he used to. He's fucking in his 60s. No shit. Like, come on. We remember Taker versus Goldberg.
I do not. Well,
I
I
don't.
remember it, but I don't
I don't
really
remember it that much.
vividly.
Do we remember, was it last year's WrestleMania or the year before's? Roman finally gets to face Brock at WrestleMania and still loses. That was so dumb. Well, we're pushing Roman super hard, but then everyone was pissed that we were pushing Roman. So we're just not going to let him win at WrestleMania. It's like, no, people just we're tired of this feud. I love Roman. Roman Reigns is, I don't know. They always push somebody as hard as they push Roman. Overhyped, yes, man. No. He's not overhyped, dude. That bugs me. He works harder or just as hard as everybody else there. I'd say harder. But it's fine. People are always... That's why so many people hated John Cena. I even hated John Cena. But Roman's just... I don't know. I like him a little bit more. Maybe that's just because I loved the Shield so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad you... I didn't break my elbow. It wasn't me. Ow. But also rude as fuck, Dizzy. Just because I like Roman. It's a vine. You're a vine. Face is a vine.
Off topic, Waluigi is trending on Twitter. But
What the fuck? Twitter. What is you doing? He's not trending on my Twitter.
he's trending on mine for some reason.
Which trends for you?
Oh,
It pops up under trend. Apparently, I don't give enough of a fuck about Waluigi. Is what Twitter's telling me right now.
It's just a gaming thing.
Boy, are they wrong.
Oh, the next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC fighter will be from ARMS.
Wait, are we still going with the Waluigi meme where everybody wants Luigi in the fuck? Farrah is trending on my...
What about Farah?
She's just trending.
Uh-oh. I'm not a fan of her on
Oh,
Overwatch.
Heroes available for competitive play
Oh,
periodically.
did they do the ban
Heroes
thing?
out of rotation. Diva, McCree, Soldier 76, Sombra, Widowmaker, Baptiste. Why is Farrah?
Who knows? Probably because everyone's going to be playing
because
Farah now.
Farah, whatever. She's activated. I'm pushing for KO this year. Yeah. I get it. I can't stand Kevin Owens. His voice annoys. Okay, so we're gonna talk about one last thing because I know you wanted to stream in 20 minutes. So
Oh shit! Sure.
So I'm gonna go over a couple last things.
For sure.
Who would have thought he'd make a great baby face? Fair, that's fair. He is good. I just can't stand him. Just his voice annoys the fuck out of me, and I hate that he stole the stunner from Stone Cold. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't remember if I was streaming with you or not when this was asked, but the top 3 favorite video games of all time. I think we weren't we? Were we co-streaming that night?
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Okay, and yours were. Fuck, now I can't remember.
Mine was Super Smash Bros.
The OG.
The OG. Yep. I took out Halo 3 and I put in shit. What did I put in? It's like now that we're talking out. I'll think about this. You name yours.
Mine was Black Ops 3. For it being the game that got me into streaming and, just The zombies on Black Ops 3 was awesome. The COD I've put the most amount of hours in ever. And the campaign was shit though. That I'll give you. But Black Ops 3 is the game that got me into streaming and making videos and stuff, so it holds a place in my top 3. Then I went the original Half-Life, so Half-Life 1. And then fuck, what was my other game? Oh, Star Wars The Old Republic.
Star
MMO.
Wars The Old Republic.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't that
Which
that
is
the
what
one that,
Ninja
was that the one Ninja was
brought
playing
into
last night?
Yeah, Ninja made it in the top 4.
Yeah.
So you'd go look at like the top games on Mixer, and it was like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and then War Thunder or Tropic. No, not Tropic Thunder. Thunder Cougar Mountain Bird, some stupid thing that Shroud was playing, and then Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's what Ninja was. It was fucking wild. Let's see where those games are at now, by the way, now that they're not playing them.
Mine was Super Smash Bros. Halo 3, because Halo 3 is what got me into the multiplayer scene.
Yeah.
And for stories and like stuff like that, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh. Yeah. Star Wars The Old Republic. Star Wars The Old Republic has 3 viewers. And last night it had fucking 3,900 and some because Ninja was playing. What was the other one? War Thunder, maybe?
Yeah, War Thunder. That's what Shroud was playing.
It has 4. Those games got the weirdest boost left.
Yeah,
ever.
They did.
That's wild. That's wild. All right, Dizzy, what are your top 3 games of all time, since you want to be all condescending? Fuck. Yeah. Now we're putting you on the spot. Looks like I have something in my eye and it's the fuck out of me. I don't know, really. Oh, name them. Name them. Don't need to think that hard. Okay, it took me forever. Sasquatch remembers.
What do I remember?
How long it took me to figure out what my top 3 were.
It wasn't
Other
that
than
long.
Black Ops, it took me a bit.
Did it?
Almost any Resident Evil or Silent Hill. I said Black Ops 3 and Half-Life. Just boom. And then I was stuck.
Got you.
Because I know those 2. Half-Life was the first, like, story game. And then I brought up, I was like, wait, do you remember GoldenEye? And we talked about that.
Yes.
Dizzy, you still gotta hit me up sometime so we can do that reaction stream. World of Warcraft. For sure, you fucking nerd. I think we should probably wrap it up here.
Okay.
Getting to be our longest episode ever. Shut up, geek. No. So, go ahead and give yourself a little plug. Tell the people about yourself. Tell them where to find you on Twitter, Mixer, YouTube. Plug yourself.
Well, you can find me on Mixer at Sasquatch Streams. I stream just about every day. I do a variety of games. I'm not just a one-trick pony. You can find me on Twitter at Sasquatch Streams. If you follow Geek, you can find me through his friends list if you can't find it. I have a YouTube channel. I'm plan on getting it running and started up again soon. So again, Sasquatch Streams. And then that's about it right now. I plan on making an Instagram and stuff like that in the future, but nothing really set in stone as far as anything else like that right now. So
all of his links will be down in the description of the whenever when it comes out in the morning. Hopefully, if my internet works good enough to upload it that fast. But yeah, all right. Think that is gonna do it. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna make the stream go raid. We can go raid Weapon. He's going on some
On
fucking
his
grindy bullshit.
50-hour grind.
So we'll go raid him. But peace out, you frickin' nerd.